EpicDharma presents the Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 1. The Distress of Arjuna.
Sanjaya, the armies are now assembled on the sacred battlefield of Kurukshetra. Tell me, what are my sons doing? And what of the Pandavas? When Prince Duryodhana saw the Pandava army, he approached his teacher Drona and said, "Master, look at this vast army of Pandu's sons, expertly arranged for battle by Drupada's son, your own former student. See the great warriors assembled here, mighty archers like Arjuna and Bhima, along with Virata, Yuyudhana, and the powerful Drupada himself. There's also Drishtaketu, Chekitana, the valiant king of Kashi, Purujit, Kunti Bhoja, and Shaibya, all renowned warriors. Yudamanyu and Uttamauja are there too, along with the brave sons of Subhadra and Draupadi. All of them are mounted on their gleaming chariots, ready for battle. But on our side, O best of Brahmins, we also have excellent commanders. Let me name them for you. Yourself first and foremost, then Bhishma, Karna, and the fierce Kripa. There's also Vikarna and Ashvatthama, along with the mighty Saumadati and many other valiant warriors. All of them are prepared to give their lives for me today. Each one is skilled in warfare and armed with various weapons. Yet I worry that our forces, led by Bhishma, may not be strong enough against Bhima and his warriors. All commanders near Bhishma's position must be ready to support him. Now, sound the conch shell."
Sanjaya. Then, at the signal from the aged Bhishma, the great conch shell was blown with a thunderous roar like a lion's call. Immediately, trumpets, drums, cymbals, gongs, and horns burst into a tremendous clamor. The tumult was like the blast of a violent storm. On the Pandava side, Krishna and Arjuna stood in their golden chariot yoked with white horses, blowing their battle conches. Krishna blew his great conch called Panchadanya, carved from a giant's bone. Arjuna blew Devadatta, the gift of Indra. Bhima, the terrible, wolf-bellied Bhima, blew his long reed conch. Yudhishthira, Kunti's noble son, sounded his mighty shell called Victory's Voice. Nakula blew his conch named Sweet Sounding, and Sahadeva blew his called Gem Bedecked. The prince of Kashi also blew his conch, as did Shikandi, Drishtadyumna, Virata, and the unconquered Satyaki. Drupada and his sons, along with the long-armed sons of Subhadra, all blew their conches loudly. The tremendous sound shook the hearts of Dhritarashtra's army, making the earth and sky thunder.
Sanjaya. Then, seeing Dhritarashtra's forces arrayed for battle, with weapons drawn and bows ready, Arjuna, whose banner bore the image of Hanuman, spoke to Krishna, his divine charioteer. Narrator. Krishna, drive the chariot to the open ground between the two armies. I want to see clearly who has gathered here to fight, those I must face in this battle. I want to observe those who have assembled on this battlefield, eager to please Dhritarashtra's evil son. Thus requested by Arjuna, Krishna drove the magnificent chariot between the two armies, reining in the milk-white horses. He stopped where Bhishma, Drona, and all the other leaders stood. Arjuna, look, see your kinsmen of the Kuru dynasty assembled here.
Sanjaya. Arjuna looked and saw standing on both sides grandfathers and fathers, uncles and brothers, sons and grandsons, cousins and sons-in-law, nephews and friends, teachers and honored elders. Seeing all these relatives arrayed as enemies, Arjuna's heart filled with deep compassion, and he spoke in sorrow. Krishna, seeing my own kinsmen gathered here, eager to fight and shed each other's blood, my limbs grow weak and my mouth becomes dry. My body trembles and my hair stands on end. My bow Gandiva slips from my hand, and my skin burns with fever. I can barely stand, and my mind seems to reel. I see only evil omens, Krishna. I see no good that can come from killing my own kinsmen in battle. I don't desire victory, nor kingdom, nor pleasures purchased with such blood. What joy can victory bring, Krishna? What benefit in dominion or wealth? What value in life itself if bought with such bloodshed? Those for whose sake we desire life, pleasure, and power are teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, uncles, fathers-in-law, grandsons, brothers-in-law, and other relatives. They all stand here ready to die. Even if they seek to kill me, I will not strike them, Krishna. Not even for lordship over the three worlds, much less for this earthly kingdom. What happiness could we gain from killing Dhritarashtra's sons? Only sin would come to us if we killed these aggressors, even though they are our enemies. Therefore, we should not kill our own relatives, the sons of Dhritarashtra. How could we be happy after destroying our own family, Krishna?
Even if they, blinded by greed and anger, see no wrong in destroying their family or betraying their friends, why shouldn't we, who clearly see the evil in destroying our family, turn away from this sin? When a family is destroyed, its ancient traditions perish. When tradition is lost, chaos and lawlessness overwhelm the entire family. When lawlessness prevails, the women of the family become corrupted. When women are corrupted, there is an intermixing of social classes. This confusion leads to hell for both those who destroy the family and the family itself. The spirits of their ancestors fall from grace, deprived of offerings of rice and water. By the evil deeds of those who destroy the family and create social chaos, the eternal family traditions and social duties are obliterated. We have been taught that those whose family traditions are destroyed dwell in hell for a long time. Alas, we are about to commit a great sin. Driven by our greed for royal pleasures, we are prepared to kill our own kinsmen. If Dhritarashtra's sons kill me in battle, while I stand unarmed and unresisting, that would be better for me.
Having spoken thus on the battlefield, Arjuna cast aside his bow and arrows and sat down on the seat of the chariot, his mind overwhelmed with grief.
More epics at EpicDharma.com.